Hi, welcome back to another episode on The Lily Show. And today we are having an amazing friend, a banker, a minister of God. And in fact, I think during our conversation, we are going to find so much or know so much about him. Stay tuned till the end of the show. Thank you. This season we are discussing on fatherhood.
Yeah.
You know, fatherhood is one of the most important topics that I would say it's an oversight, though it's not. Or I would say it's something that we don't engage into. But making it a conversation, a discussion, it's something that is very rare. You know, we keep seeing. Yeah, and for so long now, mothers has been celebrated, you know. But when it comes to fathers, their celebration seems to be very flat. Yeah, but now we're standing in the area where you are coming in for us, being a banker and being a reverend at the same time. It's a very, very important one for us because fathers, you know, when we talk about fathers, we talk about provision. And being a banker or someone who understands financial investment and all that, you are the best person to advise most of our fathers on what financial fatherhood is all about. So please, I'm asking you, when you want to tell someone, please, you must be a provisional father. We talk about being a financial father. If you can give us more details about being a good financial father to the family or to the children.
Okay. Thank you, Lillian. And thanks for the opportunity also to be here.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Being a good financial father, I must say that it's an area that calls for realities, just facing realities. Number one, I'm looking at somebody who is able to plan ahead as a father.
Okay. Somebody
who is able to also identify the needs of the family and prepare for the needs of the family to ensure that the family is secured for the future. And talking about a father who is financially, what should I say, sound, or who is prepared financially, is somebody, first and foremost, you should be able to provide, you should be able to have multiple streams of income. Okay. Because in Ghana, as it is now, many people are doing just single jobs and we rely on our income. But given the salary levels in the country, it's very difficult for somebody to rely on one source of income and be able to take care of the family. So number one, if I'm talking about somebody who is prepared as a father, is somebody who is able to see that one single source of income will not be able to take care of the family and see how best he can get multiple streams of income. That is one side of it. Another side of it is the fact that, you know, a father is the head of the family. And a head, as we all know, the brain or the mind sits in the head. So we do a lot of thinking in the head. The eyes are in the head. So if you are a good father in this case, you should be somebody who is able to see ahead of time, who is able to plan with the little resources that the family have. To give the family, what should I put it? To give a family a secured future.
That's correct.
Yeah. So I think a good financial father is somebody who is able to plan with the resources of the family, who is disciplined in terms of savings, and somebody who is able to also give a good start life for the children of the family.
Oh, you've heard it all. A good financial father should be someone who know how, or who have what we call financial discipline, and who know how to, you know, guide the family through his finances. I think that is a very good point there, Mr. Michael. But I want to ask you, from what you just said, how can you advise someone to have that kind of financial arrangement, or probably a proper way to be financially protected as a father?
Okay. As a banker, what I would say is that, you know, nowadays we have parents who are just, they spend whatever thing that comes to the table. They spend everything. But to be a good father financially, what I think is that it must start with planning. You must plan.
All right.
And planning has to do with, number one, identifying your resources.
Good.
Compare it with your needs and see whether you'll be able to live within your means. Whether you'll be able to prioritize the need of the family. Because you must, at every point in time, prioritize the need of the family. And the needs of the family are clear. I mean, the education, the food, shelter, talk about healthcare. These are priorities. And a father must be able to prioritize these areas. And even with in terms of prioritizing this area, a good financial father can use saving instruments or investing instruments, something like talk about illness or sickness and other things. A good financial father should be able to secure the family in terms of insurance, can provide insurance for the family. Come to think about education of the children, a good financial father should be able to save towards the education of the children. But it all has to do with trying as much as possible to live within your means, not spending above your income, so that you don't put the family under distress.
Wow, you've heard it. That's very interesting. A good financial father should be able to take the number one step, that is financial planning. And with that, he should be able to cut his coats according to his sizes. Thank you, and stay tuned. Mr. Michael, I really love the way you are kind of putting the points together for everyone. And let me tell you, we've had this, we know that some fathers can be very, very careless when it comes to finances, probably due to one or two things that they have embarked, or financial journey that they have embarked on. Is there any financial risk you think some fathers should be aware of to avoid getting themselves involved now or in future?
Oh, yes. You know, because of the need to get quick income and get higher returns or higher yields in terms of investment, some parents are forced to engage in investing instruments that some are even Ponzi scheme and other things. Okay. So what I think is that as a father, you should seek knowledge. You should gain some financial literacy. It's not that everybody's investing in this, it's giving us some yields, whatever, then you just jump into it. First and foremost, you must gain some financial literacy. And then also, the next thing that I will talk about has to do with the fact that a father must also make use of the financial institutions available. Okay. Like you can go to, I think almost every father has a bank account, because that is what we are paid. That is what parents are paid. This one, I'm looking at fathers who are working. Okay. And fathers who are also employers also have banks. You can make use of your relationship managers. You can contact them. The banks have savings instruments or investment vehicles that you can save, and by so doing, you will be able to get steady returns and also protect your principal. But it all has to do with the fact that sometimes we try and sort of try to not just beat the system, but try to get unexpected returns and imaginary returns that are beyond reasonable expectations, and by so doing we are trapped into investments that are not good high risk investments. But I think that as you are growing as a father, you must check your risk levels. Your risk appetite must reduce as a father. I mean, when you are young, you don't have a child, you don't have family, you can invest in other investment vehicles. But as you are growing, you must check your risk appetite. I think as you are growing it must be, what should I call it? It must, as you are growing, your risk appetite must be measured down as you are growing, because you now have kids, you have a family to take care of. You cannot just take the resources of the family and put it into an investment that is not worth it. But the banks provide good avenues or opportunities or investment vehicles that are worth investing in. And by so doing, you're able to avoid unnecessary high risk instruments that you end up not getting anything out of it. And you put the whole family into jeopardy. Yeah.
Thank you so much. You've heard from him that most fathers should be careful in getting themselves into financial high risk involved, because at the end of the day, you are going to put the family at risk. Anyway, let's go for a quick commercial break. When we'll come back, we will continue on this discussion. Thank you.
Wrinkles? No. Abro Spray Starch, giving your outfit the crisp, clean, and professional edge that defines true elegance. Abro Spray Starch, step out and stand out.
Mr. James. Hello, sir. How may I help you? Mr. James.
Wow, you look elegantly beautiful.
Thank you.
At this point, I'm no longer sick.
With Abro Spray Starch, elegance is everything.
Wow! What did you use on your dress?
Abro Spray Starch does just the trick.
Wow!
Abro Spray Starch, elegantly bringing out the confidence you need.
Marketed and distributed by Charish Ghana Limited, number 5 Spintex Road, Accra, Ghana. For inquiries, please call 0243 690 066. Abro Spray Starch, elegance is confidence.
All right, welcome back from the commercial break. And I want to say a very big thank you to all our sponsors, Charish Ghana Limited, the distributors of Abro Mosquito Spray and Abro Spray Starch. And I want to say a very good thank you to Nasa Black Salon for making me look this fabulous. You know, her handwork is always showing all the time. And I want to say a very big thank you to Atu the artist, our guy who has been amazing supporting our fathers through his artistical work. Thank you and stay tuned. Mr. Michael, thank you so much for the knowledge you are giving us here. And I think a lot of people is going to learn so much. So please, as a banker, can you kindly explain further about the unregulated online and financial risk that most of our young men are getting themselves involved, and especially the fathers too now are doing the same, all in the name of trying to meet up to the financial level of the families. Please, is there anything you think we have to talk on those areas, either to advise or to kind of give more insight of what it is?
Yeah. You know, many of these financial instruments online, some are regulated and some are not regulated. But what I would say is that the fact that it's online does not mean is wrong. Okay. Because some people have the perception that so long as it's online, it is wrong. But I think some are regulated. Okay. Some are well regulated. And more often than not, you need a high level of literacy, knowledge in the area to venture into. But as finances or as investment is, the higher the returns, the higher the risk. So in all these things, you must watch your risk appetite. I mean, it must be well tailored towards a good returns for the family. But if you don't have knowledge about the area, I will advise you do not go there. You know, some people follow these financial gurus, so-called financial gurus, by way of copying them. Fine. If you don't have knowledge in that field, as a father, I think your risk levels must be measured. Okay.
All right. So while we are on this, please can you kindly tell our viewers the difference between saving money and building wealth? Because it's saving money and building wealth.
Okay, saving money and building wealth. Let me put it this way: saving and investment.
Okay.
You know, there's a clear difference between savings and investment. Savings basically has to do with investing money, setting money aside for a short period of time. And most of the time, the risks are low. A clear example of savings in the financial sector has to do with having a savings account, having a fixed deposit, having a treasury bills, having a treasury bills, and having a call account. These are, you are setting aside money for investment in a short term investment vehicles. Whereas investment has to do with, or creating wealth has to do with, setting aside your resources or finances or money and investing in stocks, bonds, real assets, companies, and other things. That has to do with investment.
Okay.
The clear difference is the fact that the tenor with savings is short.
Okay.
The tenor for investment is quite long.
Okay.
The yields or the returns for savings is quite low,
Okay.
relative to returns on investment, and that is quite high
And
and
I
more
think,
riskier
okay.
than the savings.
Savings. Oh, okay. And I think these are the areas most fathers are finding difficult, and they keep juggling between these three things that you mentioned in their finances.
Yes, you know, one thing that we must look at carefully is the fact that we must have what we call a diversified portfolio.
Okay.
When I talk about diversified portfolio, I'm talking about not putting all your eggs in one basket. I mean, you put some here, little there, little here.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can invest. You can invest in short-term investment vehicles like a fixed deposit with the banks, and then some of your funds also into stocks.
Okay.
Some of your funds also into bonds, such that when there is anything, I mean, you will not be found wanting. Let's look at what happened some few years back with the DDEP, the domestic debt program that the government embarked upon. People who had all their funds in bonds, I mean, some even, I'm told some even had died and suffered some illness and other things because of what actually happened, the haircut. This is because they place all their eggs in one basket. But come to look at somebody with 1,000 Ghana cedis, or let's say 10,000 Ghana cedis. He has some funds in savings. He has some funds in a fixed deposit. He has some funds in bonds. He has some funds in stock. At the end of the day, if it is the bonds that has suffered the haircut, his funds in savings and fixed deposit is okay. So in that light, I will advise for a diversified portfolio, whereby you don't put all your eggs in one basket.
You don't put your egg in one basket. You need to spread through. You really need to spread through your finances. So at the end of the day, if one is suffering backlash, the other one will be your saving grace. I think we're having very interesting conversation today. All right, so please let's go for a quick commercial break. When we'll come back, we'll continue on this conversation.
Late night study sessions, endless assignments, and now these urchins and mosquitoes.
You guys are sitting here gisting. Have you done the assignment Mr. Pachi gave us?
How do we do this assignment? These mosquitoes.
Let me quickly upload this and deal with these mosquitoes.
See miracle. Super Blast Mosquito Spray, the all-natural spray to keep your home mosquito free. Mom, this is what I call a good night's sleep.
Oh yes, baby. With Super Blast, you get to sleep comfortably and wake up refreshed.
Marketed and distributed by Kosharish Ghana Limited, number 5 Spintex Road, Accra, Ghana. Please call 0243 690 066. Super Blast Mosquito Spray. One blast, total protection.
All right, so welcome back from the commercial break, and we are here with the real father, when we're talking about financial advice. And Mr. Michael, I'm so happy we are touching on some areas, and there's this area that I've been giving many people a headache, including me. All right, please, can you advise our viewers how couples should manage their finances, and is there any special advice you think, or any method you think that couples should engage when it comes to marital finances at home?
Okay, when it comes to finances for couples, I think I will not have a blanket approach, or I will not have a general approach. I think it's relative to the couples. is relative to the couples, in the sense that you have couples, and by virtue of the fact that I'm a pastor also, I do counseling, and a lot of issues come to me.
Okay.
Yeah, but in all this, I think it's a case by case. So it's a case by case solution that I may prefer for families. But what I would say is that first and foremost, couples must be open to each other. You know, when you look at the Bible says the two both were naked and were not ashamed. They were both naked and were not ashamed. It speaks of openness. So when it comes to issues of couples, finances, it has to be opened. The next one I will talk about is the fact that some couples, a joint account may work for some couples.
Okay.
A joint account may not work for some couples.
Okay.
It depends on the couples.
Okay.
And it depends on the issue. The family.
Okay.
So what I will say is that looking at the couples, looking at their background, looking at what should I say, their income levels and all those things, I will suggest that no matter the situation, whether it's joint account, whether it's a single account, there must be openness. There must be openness, and couples must know how their finances are. But at the end of the day, the father, and today we are talking about fatherhood,
yes.
The father at the end of the day must manage the house and ensure that the family, is doing well financially.
Oh, so at the end of the day, it will still have to depend on
the
man.
Couples, because I cannot give a general approach and say that many couples, most of the time, sometimes the couple, the one that sometimes is not providing for the family or does not have much, might be fighting for joint account, whereas the one who has enough might be. So what I would like to say is that it depends on the couples involved. Joint account may work for some couples, joint account may not work for some couples, but no matter what, irrespective of what I've said, there must be openness. There must be openness.
And I'm so happy you've heard it. There must be financial openness in the home. But like he said, it also depends on the father being the head of the family. And based on this assertion that you just made, Mr. Michael, when we're talking about openness, what about the couples who are too secretive to the point of where one, especially when the father is no more, and because of the secretiveness in the whole financial, listen, I've left the kids wallowing in financial struggle. Meanwhile, he has a lot of money in the bank. What do we say about that? And what kind of advice do you give to upcoming fathers who are also copying the footsteps of this? I don't know if I will call it a bad behavior. I don't know, but whichever way, if you are the best person to advise the public.
Yeah, by virtue of where I sit as a banker, by virtue of the work that I do, there are instances whereby somebody, a customer, might pass away, and the family, have no idea about the fact that the person has some funds, and there are funds in banks belonging to customers who are dead, and the family have no clue, their wife has no clue. So what I would say is that, and it's so amazing that even something as simple as next of kin, it's so amazing that you see some fathers not even using their wives as next of kin. But basically, next of kin is not, it does not entitle you to the funds of the person when he dies. It's only to be used to contact you or when there is something. Yeah. But what I would say is that openness, I think, is the key. If you have a bank account somewhere, even if it's not a joint account, your wife should know, your children should know. They must know that you have this account here or there. Now what goes on is the fact that somebody dies and now they have to do letters of administration, and sometimes they spend time, money, resources and everything to do letters of administration. At the end of the day, there's nothing in the account. And you ask yourself, you have brought financial loss to the family.
Yes.
Yeah, on your death, you've brought financial loss to the family. So I think openness is the way out. We have to be open. Couples must be open to each other about their finances.
And Mr. Michael, please, without taking much of your time, what are the benefits of tutoring kids on how to manage finances as a father?
Oh, okay. I think, children learn by studying, or children learn by observation. Children, they learn by observation. And the Bible says, teach a child the way that he should go, so that when he grows, he will not. Okay. So a financially disciplined father is able to bring up children who are financially disciplined. And how does it start? Practically, my children, for example, have these piggy, the small boxes, whereby they keep coins and other things. Recently, I checked and I realized that one of them has been able to save so much amount of money, and I was like, wow, this little coins that they gather in the house, and also people come and visit me, friends and other things, they go out, they give them money because they have a box. That money box goes into. By the end of, immediately they come home, they put the money in, and after some time they check. What it does is you are instilling in the children, or you are imbibing in them, you are developing the culture of saving in the children. So as young as they are, they've started, and when they grow, they will not depart from it. So let us teach them by us being financially disciplined, and when they grow, they will also become financially disciplined.
On this note, we are going for a quick commercial break. When we'll come back, we'll continue on this conversation.
Wrinkles? No. Abro Spray Starch, giving your outfit the crisp, clean, and professional edge that defines true elegance. Abro Spray Starch, step out and stand out.
Mr. James. Hello, sir. How may I help you? Mr. James.
Wow, you look elegantly beautiful.
Thank you.
At this point, I'm no longer sick.
With Adu Spray Starch, elegance is everything.
Wow! What did you use on your dress?
Adu Spray Starch does just the trick.
Wow!
Adu Spray Starch, elegantly bringing out the confidence you need.
Marketed and distributed by Gosharish Ghana Limited, number 5 Spintex Road, Accra, Ghana. For inquiries, please call 0243 690 066. Abro Spray Starch. Elegance is confidence.
All right, welcome back from the commercial break. Anyway, we can't close the show without our normal tradition way of doing things in the studio. Mr. Michael, we have 2 cards here, and these are cue cards. You have to pick any of the one you decide to pick, sort it out, and pick one card, read out the question, and answer for us.
Yes. What impact did your father make on your life? Great. My father made great impact on my life. When I met my father, I had not had that relationship with my father for a long time. But when I met my father told me 3 things. As at now, I think I did one of them. The 2 I did not do, and it has really, affected me. It has. Wow. I've really regretted for not doing it. What was it? When I met my father for the first time, he bought 2 French books, and he gave them to me. He said, "Go and learn French." Then he said, "Go to university." Then he said, "Become a professional in whatever thing that you are doing." And my father was into banking. He was a certified banker, whatever. Wow. And I did a degree, whatever, and the professionals, and I'm yet to finish with the professionals. But I think it's something that I should have done long time. But at least my father made sure that I go to university.
Thank you, Father, for making that a possible journey. And it's wonderful. Most of us really we really adore our dads. Okay. Yes, whichever way they have come into our life, or anyhow they have been able to make an impact, yes, they are still an amazing figure in our daily lives.
Amen.
Thank you so much. Well, we have a gift for you. Can we have it? It's a wonderful gift from our sponsors, Abro Spray Starch.
Okay.
This will be good for you, especially those your shirts and suits. Yes.
I'm a banker too.
Then this is for the mosquito spray.
Oh, okay.
All right. For this is very mild. I don't know if you have used it, but very, very good.
Oh, okay.
Very, very good. And we have another one. We have our disinfectant.
Okay.
All right. And this is used. The kids can use it to disinfect them. They always play so much with dust and all that. So with this, you can rest assured you are safe here.
Yeah. Wow.
So thank you.
Wow. Thank you so much.